questions on what we just did here? Okay, anybody else? All right, so there's a worksheet in there. It's called Proofs with Parallel Lines Cut by Transversal because that's what we just did our notes on. We're doing proofs that involve parallel lines and a transversal. Here is just some review of identifying angle pairs. So you want to match angle 12 with another angle in this diagram because they're alternate exterior angles. You want to match 10 to another angle because they're corresponding. So it's just kind of a review of the kind of angles that we have. And then you're going to complete a proof just like we just did. Now for problem number 3, this ties back into our lesson from from Tuesday. In Tuesday, we talked about how we can tie angles to each other as either being equal to each other or that they should add up to be 180 degrees. So when you do these two angles, what you need to decide is if you're going to find x, you need to set up an equation. And you've got one angle marked as 3x plus 16, and you've got another angle marked as 124. So you want to decide what's the relationship between them. Now, when two lines are parallel to each other, the relationship is that they're either equal to each other, or you can take them, add them together, and they should add up to be 180 degrees. So that's how you would do a problem like number 3, and that's what we were talking about on Tuesday in case you were absent. So if we want to set up and solve an equation to find x, you have to decide what the relationship is. If those lines are parallel, should those two marked angles, or labeled angles, should they be equal or they should add up to be 180? Okay, so you guys pick which one you think it is and then finish solving that. Question number 4 is like the last one that we just did in the triad problem. So you get to do the proof your own way. We want K and L to be the lines that are parallel this time, and you want to prove 1's congruent to 7. And then problem number 5 is like problem number 3. So if the lines are parallel to each other, which is stated here, we've got parallel lines, then what's the relationship between those two labeled angles? Should those labeled angles be equal to each other or should they add up to be 180? So this one's a pretty short worksheet to do and would be very good practice based on what we did today. Any questions there? All right, and then go back to the folder where it says marking period 2. And then on Tuesday, can't get my days right. Tuesday, we did a quiz on angles formed by two lines in a transversal. So if you guys did yours already, go back and check your grade. Remember, you get 2 attempts on it. So if you didn't get higher than an 85 and you want to try doing the tests for the quiz again to get a better score, you can. If you already did it twice, then it's going to take the higher out of the 2. And if you were absent, haven't done it yet, make sure you do that because that's part of your grade right now for the interim period. So if you're in Schoology and you go over to the left-hand column, I think yours says grades, mine says grade book. But you click on grades, you're going to see what your scores are. So there should be 3 formatives and 1 summative. And then we're going to do another test before we go on holiday break. We're going to do one more quiz, and we're going to do one more test. So we only have one more lesson to do. So next week on Tuesday, we're going to do another lesson, have another small quiz, and then we're going to review, and then we're going to do the test right before break. Any questions? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. You guys can work on your worksheet now at this point, or if you'd like to, you can log off and you can get ready for your second period class. So we've only got about 2 minutes left of class, but you can work on the worksheet, or you can go ahead and log out and get ready for the next one. Or stick around if you have some questions. Let me know and we'll go over some questions that you might have.